congress about the cardiovascular system. We are the English group number 3, and we are the doctors Flor Elisa Peralta Silvestre, Laura Betsairis Paulino, Maciel Castillo Gómez, Juan Arturo Cilia Candelario, Ginny Alexandra Guerrero Severino, Bernica Inés Panterpool, Lisbeth Saray Castro Peña, and me, the Dr. Jeremias Perez Rosario. Let's start with my partner, Lisbeth Saray Castro Peña.
Hello. First, we must know what the heart is. Next, the heart is a pulse usually beating between 60 and 100 times per minute. With each beat, the heart sends blood throughout the body, carrying oxygen to all of the cells. After distributing the oxygen, the blood returns to the heart. From there, the blood is pumped into the lung where it is rechanged with oxygen. The cycle is a repeat again and again. Next one.
Now, what does the circulatory system do? The circulatory system is primarily a transport system that facilitates the movement of different substances, mainly oxygen and nutrients, through the body. However, the list of functions is very extensive and includes the following: transport oxygen from the lungs to the tissue and carbon dioxide from the tissue to the lungs for elimination through exhaled air. Distributing nutrients to our tissue and source of the body. Transport waste products that are produced by the cells to the kidney for elimination through urine. Transport substance to the liver to the metabolized by this organ to distribute the hormones that are produced in the glands of internal secretion that tends to the circulatory system. The hormonal substances can act in place for away from where they have been produced. They protect the organisms against external aggressions for bacteria and virus by circulatory leukocytes and antibiotics in the blood. Other functions are transport of waste products, transport of hormones and immune cells, regulation of body temperature, regulation of water and electrolyte balance, important in the human reproduction. Next person.
Hello, I will be talking about the parts of the heart. What are the parts of the heart? Next, please. Well, the heart has 4 chambers. Two in the upper part and two in the lower part. The two in the lower part are called ventricles, and the two in the upper part are called atriums. Well, the two lower chambers are the right ventricle and the left ventricle. This chambers blood pumps blood out of the heart, and they are divided by a wall called interventricular septum. Well, The two upper chambers are the right atrium and the left atrium. The atria receive the blood that enters the heart, and they are divided by a wall called interatrial septum. Well, the atria are separated from the ventricles through the auriculoventricular valves. The tricuspid valve separates the right atrium from the right ventricle, and the mitral or bicuspid valve separates the left atrium from the left ventricle. Two other heart valves separate the ventricles from the large blood vessels that carry blood leaving the heart. The pulmonary valve is located between the right ventricle and the pulmonary artery, which is responsible for transporting blood to the lungs. The aorta valve is located between the left ventricle and the aorta artery, which is responsible for the transporting blood to the rest of the body. That's all. The next person.
Well, now I'm going to talk to you about what are the parts of the circulatory system. Well, as we have here, there are two routes that start from the heart. That is the pulmonary circulation, that is a short circuit that goes from the heart to the lungs and vice versa, and the systemic circulation that carries blood from the heart to the rest of the body and then carries back to the heart. Now, in the pulmonary circulation, we have that the pulmonary artery is the large artery leading from the heart. It branches into and carries blood from the heart to the lungs. In the lungs, the blood picks up oxygen and removes carbon dioxide, and the blood returns to the heart throughout the pulmonary veins. Now, in the systemic circulation, we have that the blood that returns to the heart has been loaded with oxygen in the lungs. Therefore, it can be distributed to the rest of the body. The aorta is a large artery leading from the heart filled with uh, oxygen with oxygen. The branches of the aorta artery carries blood through the muscles of the heart itself, as well as to all other parts of the body. Like a tree, the branches get smaller and smaller as they move away from the aorta. In each part of the body, and in each part of the body, a network of tiny blood vessels called capillaries connect small arterial branches with small venous branches. Capillaries have very thin walls, which allow the nutrients and oxygen to be distributed to the cells. The waste product also enters in the capillary. Then the capillaries flow into small veins, and the small veins flow into larger veins as the blood moves closer to the heart. Valves in your veins keep blood from flowing in the right direction. The two large veins that carry blood to the heart are the superior vena cava and the inferior vena cava. This term doesn't mean that one is superior than the other. It's just saying that one is above and the other is below the heart. Once the blood returns to the heart, it will need to re-enter the pulmonary circulation where it will remove carbon dioxide and be charged with oxygen. And we'll keep doing this process indefinitely to keep our organs functioning. Next one, please.
Now we'll be talking about the blood. What is blood and what does it do? The blood is necessary to keep us alive. It carries oxygen and nutrients to all parts of the body so they can continue to function. Blood also carries carbon dioxide and other waste materials to the lungs, kidneys, and digestive system, which carry them out of the body. Blood also fights infection and carries hormones throughout the body. Next, please. Blood is made out of blood cells and plasma. Plasma is a yellowish liquid containing nutrients, hormones, protein, and waste products. They are different types of blood cells that perform different functions. Next, types of blood cells. Next, please. Red blood cells, also called erythrocytes, contain hemoglobin, are proteins that carry oxygen. As blood circulates through the body, hemoglobin releases oxygen to different parts of the body. Next, please. White blood cells, also called leukocytes, are a key part of the immune system. Some types of white cells make antibodies, special proteins that recognize foreign substances and help to the body get rid of them. That's all.
Hello, I will be talking about what are the main veins and arteries. Next, veins are vessels in the circulatory system that support circulation by transporting blood to the heart. Also, the system carries nutrients, oxygen, and water to cells throughout the body. Normally, each vein is associated with an artery, often with the same name. At sometimes there are, for example, the carotid artery are an artery is each of the veins that carry oxygen rich blood from the heart to the capillary. They are born from a ventricle and their walls are very and elastic to resist the pressure exerted by pump of you the jugular vein, vein cava, humeral vein, iliac artery, artery femoral, warm artery, carotid artery, aorta artery, iliac vein, femoral vein.
Hi, I come to talk to how does the heart beat. The heart receives messages from the body that they'll tell it when to pump more or less blood depending on the person's need. While you sleep, your heart pumps only the amount of blood necessary to supply the amount of oxygen your body needs at rest. But when you exercise, your heart pumps faster, so your muscles get more oxygen and perform better. How how the heart beats is something that is collected by a system of electrical signals in the heart. The sinus, the sinus node is a small area of sinus in the wall of the right atrium. It sends an electrical signal that tells the heart muscle to start contracting. This node is considered the heart's natural pacemaker because it sets the rate and causes the rest of the heart to contract at this rate. These electrical impulses cause the atria to contract first, and then it moves down until it reaches the atrioventricular node, which acts as a kind of rep- repair from there. From there, the electrical signal passes through the right and left ventricles, causing them to contract. A complete heartbeat consists of two pa- passes. The first passes is called systole, and the second passes is called diastoles. I'm finished.
Okay. How can I keep my heart healthy? As previously mentioned, the heart is an essential organ. Without it, we could not live. So it's important to take care of it in the right way. The heart acts like a pump that sends blood to the organs, tissues, and cells in the body. The blood provides oxygen and nutrients to every cell and collects carbon dioxide and waste substance produced by those cells. Next, cardiovascular diseases are pathologies that present risk factors that are easily preventable. The global range of this type of disease is very high. They are the first cause of mortality in the world, exceeding any type of cancer and AIDS. Next, below, I will mention some of the steps we should take in our daily life to improve the health and prevent cardiovascular diseases. Do exercise, following a balanced diet, decrease alcohol consume, get adequate rest, monitor your blood pressure, have regular medical checkups, stop smoking, and maintain inadequate weight.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Thanks for watching.